back with Teri, Polo, and Sherri Saum. They're from ABC Family's The Fosters. We want to jump in because if you haven't seen the show, it's a must. So we want to show you a little clip from it. But Sherri's going to set this scene up for us, right?
I think this is just a typical night in the foster house, a typical night around the dinner table and all the chaos that ensues, and just what it's like to have kids at a table trying to have a civilized meal, and it usually doesn't end up that way.
All right.
There's lots of ketchup involved.
Hey, Miss Thing, you know there are all no phones at the table, please.
Oh, how come Brandon can bring his computer down here?
Well, I'm studying.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Before I take that away, what's so funny?
Just this thing that Lexi sent me. You wouldn't get it.
She just called me old.
Yeah.
Phone now, please.
So, Lexi must be pretty excited. She gets to come back to school tomorrow.
And her parents are letting her come back? It's cool.
They don't have much of a choice. Unless they want to visit from immigration.
I don't think blackmailing your parents is anything to be proud of, no matter how mad she is at them.
Well, they deserved it. And I mean, what was Lexi supposed to do? Let them send her off to that convent?
It's a girls' school.
Same difference.
Well, I just hope they can put this all behind them. They're a family. In the end, that's all that matters.
So this show is America. It is a melting pot of family and foster kids and biological kids all together with a same-sex marriage. Same-sex marriage.
It's okay to say that.
Well,
It's okay to say that. Yeah, it's on ABC
Terri
Family.
Terri and I go way back, so I'm going to get
Too
this from
far
her.
back. In fact, we should not be on the same show together. You guys were just playing like brother and sister out there, like mean to each other. Yeah.
We are a little bit mean to each other, but that's okay because she knows I love her only up to a point. That's not true. That's not true. So was there a hesitation in going, really, is America ready for this? Because it's so far out there with reaching into sort of the dark areas sometimes that people don't want to talk about?
It's not really that far out there. It's really just reality that no one has decided to talk about, strangely. You know, when we talk about America, like we're this melting pot, and you know, it's not really reflected in our programming. And so this show, even though it deals with, you know, quote unquote heavy topics, it's kind of like, I feel like kids who tune in will say, it's not a heavy topic. This is what I deal with at school every day, or this is what my family's like.
Yeah.
So
It's exactly
and also dealing with foster children too, and what it must be like to have them in your home, and then also to see them leave. I'm sure you're going to deal with all of that emotion, or you do, or you have.
There are a lot of issues with the foster care system that have not been dealt with and should be dealt with, and you get a lot of a taste of it in our show, and the inadequacies and stuff, and the heartbreak and stuff like that. But yeah, it's reflective. I don't think that there's. We're ready. This show should have been on the air 10 years ago. It couldn't have been, but
I don't think it would have been accepted.
But it should have been, because this is a reflection of the way the world is today. It's like Sherri said, you know, teenagers are. They're not heavy topics. They're real. They're real.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
How did you feel as actors accepting a role like this? Did you have any concerns?
I took one look at Sherri and said, "Sure, I'll play a lesbian." Okay, come on, right?
No, you know, my only hesitation was, is this going to be written well? Is it going to be written realistically? Is it going to be something that we can be proud of representing? It's just, I wanted it to be real and something that people would enjoy, and not preachy and not, you know, issue-y in your face. And it was everything and more. And the people who are involved in this project, from Jennifer Lopez to our producers and writers, they're just so collaborative. And Terri's such an amazing mom in real life. So whenever there's a topic on the show that she's like, I wouldn't say this, they're like, okay, well, what'd you say? And they incorporate it in the show. So it's a family. It's amazing.
But raising your own children versus raising foster kids, is it different from your perspective? As an actor doing this and living out this role as realistically on television as possible, do you find yourself as a mom going, raising a foster kid's more challenging, or it's different than trying to raise your own biological child?
I don't know. I think there is a difference. I think people probably try to make it so there isn't a difference, but you know, there always is some kind of something there that, you know, it's hard. It's like an integrated family, from you know, to like the Brady Bunch, you know, where you want to parent the kid, but there's always a line that you're towing there. But no, you know, I have not had the honor or the pleasure of having a foster child myself, so I don't know what it realistically it would be like. But I do know that on the show, I talk to the kids on the show, and they've even incorporated, like Sherri said, they've incorporated a lot of stuff that I really do say to my kids, into the show, and so they write it, and so the one thing from the pilot, from the very beginning, was that they wanted to make a show. Peter Page and Bradley Bredewig wanted to make a show that was about real life and was about reality, and the whole same-sex thing was just kind of, here's family, here's and they're the moms, and let's just focus on family and the so as far as having any kind of hesitation, like Sherri was saying, was that it's they put their heart and soul into this. These are their stories. Our writers and producers and creators, they are gay, lesbian, and foster children, all of them. And so these are their stories. This is their heart. This is their soul. And from the minute I walked in and met everybody, it just was like, this is an honor. This is an honor to be a part of something instead of going around chasing aliens and stuff like that. It's an honor to play a mom and to be a part of something that affects people and they care about. They care. We all care. So it's phenomenal to be a part of that.
Well, the critics have really embraced this, and you mentioned Jennifer Lopez. What did she have to do with this? Does she bring this project to you? Is she involved in this in any way?
I don't know how these things come to life behind the scenes. I know that she's very involved behind the scenes, and this is near and dear to her heart because she had an aunt who was gay, and she always kind of wondered about, did she want to have a family? Did she feel like she couldn't have a family? And so it was really important to her. And she's been so great with publicity and promotion, and we've been blessed. Yeah.
How do you?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No,
you go
ahead.
I'm going to go. So on our next show.
That's my Terry. That's my Terry.
He's going to kill me.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Terry. Polo.
Do you guys, you get a sense of what it must be like working on a set with this woman?
No, wait, can I please tell the Terry story? Please, can I tell the Terry story?
No, you can tell us.
Yes.
Oh, please.
Okay, so we had...
Gather around. It's story time with Terry Polo.
We had been working, it was about 2 weeks. I think it was been about 2 weeks. Only took me 2 weeks. She's married to the most wonderful, handsome, just whole man in the world. And one night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, she said, I kind of woke myself up, and he's kind of waking me up at the same time, and she was going, oh, Terry Polo. She was calling out my name. With the accent and everything. Do it. Mater Polo. In her dreams.
That's a sign you work together too much. Let me just check something once. Have you ever nudged Tony and repeated my name?
Mark, and my husband's going, he just turns over, he goes, whatever.
Just to say it happens.
It happens.
It's one of the things that happened to us, and it's a hazard. I get paid. I have hazard pay for that, just so you know.
Yes.
No,
you get paid hazard pay?
You guys,
for working with me?
I have no idea. It's in my contract.
thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you
But
so
you're not going
much.
away because we're going to
cook.
Yes.
We're going to eat.
By the way, check out The Fosters, by the way, on ABC Family Mondays at 9, 8 Central.
And we're going into the kitchen because we're going to cook steak tacos with a chimichurri sauce and Mexican street corn. Let's go.